Let's talk about $10,000. For most people, that number sits in a weird place. It feels too big to throw at a random gamble, but too small to build anything serious. So it sits in a bank account, slowly disappears into things that lose value, or gets thrown into one big bet that was supposed to change everything overnight. But what if you looked at that money differently? Instead of asking, what can I buy with this? What if you asked, what asset can I control that someone else will pay to use again and again? This is not about getting rich tomorrow. It is about turning 10 grand into the seed of a cash flow business. The money does not magically become $300,000. It gets there when you turn it into something that earns, repeats, and becomes less dependent on you doing every task. And the painful problem, maybe you do not have $100,000. You probably do not own a warehouse or have employees. But with $10,000 and a clear plan, what small business asset could you buy, test, and turn into repeat cash flow? Most people freeze here. They spend the money on lifestyle stuff, invest randomly without understanding the risk, or wait forever because they think a real business needs a six-figure loan. The initial capital is just a tool. Each business becomes valuable because of the system you build around that money. This is not financial advice. Every idea still needs local research, insurance, and maybe permits. More than anything, it requires work. Let's invent a guy named Maxwell. He is 32, works a 9-to-5, and lives in a normal apartment. No business degree, no rich uncle. But over 3 years, he has scraped together $10,000. Now he is at his kitchen table with a notebook, a laptop, and one goal: do not waste this money. He wants to buy reusable assets, find paying customers, and reinvest the cash flow until the system can eventually run without him touching every part. He first looks at commercial air purifiers. $1,200 a unit, he mutters. If I buy 5, that's $6,000. That leaves money for filters, transport, a website, and insurance. Then he asks the real question, but who actually rents these? He searches commercial air purifier rental near me. The market is growing, and commercial demand is a substantial and rapidly growing segment, but local search demand looks weak. This has potential, he thinks, but finding customers might be a slow grind. So Maxwell starts looking for businesses people are already searching for. The $10,000 to $300,000 framework. Maxwell is not trying to gamble. It is trying to turn $10,000 into a small cash-flowing machine that could one day be valued at a high multiple because it runs on systems. $10,000 can buy starter equipment, basic transport tools, a simple website, local ads, the first insurance payment, and a small cash buffer. $300,000 comes later from a business valuation. Business becomes valuable when it has documented systems, trained help, customer relationships, and recurring revenue. That number is not a promise. It is a target that shows what the right model can do. The first few ideas are solid asset-based rentals, but pay close attention to the last 3: photo booth rentals, security camera installation, and digital menu board services. They have stronger search demand, clearer B2B sales paths, and better chances of recurring revenue. Subscribe to Maxwell Explains Money, like this video, and comment below. Would you build a rental business, a service business, or invest it somewhere else? Business 1: commercial air purifier rental and filter service. Maxwell comes back to the air purifier idea, but gives it a sharper angle. He walks into a small dental clinic and talks to the office manager. She says air quality in the waiting room is a constant concern for patients. Maxwell says, what if I brought in a commercial-grade unit, installed it in the corner, and handled the filter changes every month? You would just pay a simple monthly fee, no big purchase, no maintenance headache. How much? Probably around $60 to $100 a month, Maxwell says. One unit will not make me rich, but 10, 20, or 50 units in clinics, salons, and offices. That starts to look interesting. The business is buying commercial-grade air purifiers and renting them to offices, clinics, salons, gyms, and waiting rooms. $10K budget could buy several starter units, filters, basic branding, and a simple website. The portable air purifier market is projected to grow to over $20 billion by 2031, so the trend is real. He could get his first customer with a 1-week free trial, then convert it into a monthly service contract. One unit at $8 a month is not a game changer, but 30 units could generate a couple $1,000s in recurring monthly revenue. The machine runs by itself after installation. Maxwell's real work is scheduled filter changes, batched into an efficient route. He needs a service calendar, filter inventory, payment reminders, and a maintenance checklist. The risks are weak: local search demand, equipment costs, and cancellations. Business 2: luxury picnic and proposal setup business. Next, Maxwell pivots to a different market. He drives to a scenic park, lays down a rug, sets up a low wooden table with cushions, adds battery-powered lights, and takes photos. This is a luxury picnic setup, he says. Couples planning a date, friends celebrating a birthday, or someone planning a proposal want a beautiful, Instagram-worthy experience without buying and storing all the decor. He checks the costs. A low table might be $80. A good rug, $60. Cushions, $40 each. With lights, baskets, and plates, a starter set for two could be around $1,500. With $10,000, he could buy 5 setups, pay for professional photos, build a website, and cover insurance for the first year. The business is designing, delivering, and setting up luxury picnic experiences for couples, friends, and proposal planners. To get the first customer, he posts strong photos, offers early discounts for reviews, and partners with local photographers. Money comes from package fees, plus add-ons like flowers or special decor. If Maxwell charges $275 for a 2-person setup and books 8 events in a month, that is $2,200 in revenue. It is hands-on at first, but booking systems, checklists, deposits, and cleaning processes make it repeatable. The main risks are bad weather, damaged items, transport logistics, and needing consistent bookings. Business 3, pop-up retail display and kiosk rental. Maxwell visits a farmer's market and sees a vendor selling handmade candles from a wobbly folding table. He walks over. What if I rented you a professional-looking modular kiosk? A clean counter, clip-on lights, maybe a branded sign holder, all packed in a case. Say $150 for the weekend. The vendor says, I'd think about that. I want to look more professional, but I don't want to buy and store a whole booth. A modular display might be $300. Folding counter, $200. Lighting, $100. A full starter kit could be about $1,200. With $10,000, Maxwell could build 8 kiosk kits, get a storage rack, and make a simple website with photos. The business is renting portable retail displays and market booths to vendors, product businesses, and pop-up shops that want to look professional without owning a full setup. Money comes from daily or weekend rental fees, plus delivery and setup add-ons. If one kiosk rents for $150 per weekend and gets booked 3 weekends a month, that asset keeps generating income. Bookings can run through an online calendar. Later, Maxwell can hire a helper for deliveries. He needs inventory photos, online booking, damage deposits, and clear setup instructions. The risks are weak search demand, storage space, inventory damage, and seasonal markets. Business 4, bounce house and inflatable rental business. Maxwell walks into a party rental store and sees a commercial-grade bounce house. Price tag, $2,500. Then come the extras: blower, tarp, anchors, cords, insurance, transport gear, and a website. With $10,000, he could buy 3 quality inflatables, safety gear, insurance, a dolly, and launch local ads. He searches bounce house rental near me and sees a page full of local competitors. Demand is clearly there. Parents, schools, and churches all want entertainment for a day. None of them want to buy and store a giant inflatable. The business is buying commercial-grade bounce houses and renting them for parties and events. Money comes from daily rental fees, usually between $150 and $300 per booking, plus delivery charges. If one inflatable rents for an average of $200 and gets 4 bookings a month, that is $800 from one asset. With 3 inflatables, the numbers get interesting, but safety and costs matter a lot. Bookings and payments can be automated online. But delivery, setup, cleaning, and takedown are labor-intensive. The path to passive means training reliable part-time helpers. He needs a safety checklist, cleaning process, weather policy, liability waiver, and online booking. The risks are safety liability, insurance costs, bad weather, equipment damage, storage, and physical labor. Business 5, event decor and marquee letter rental business. Maxwell visits a wedding venue and notices the decor: giant glowing love letters, a stylish ceremony arch, and a neon-style sign. These are high-value rental items. Large marquee letters, LED numbers for birthdays, wedding arches, flower walls. $10,000 could buy a solid starter inventory, storage racks, delivery gear, and a photo shoot for the website. He searches marquee letter rental and wedding arch rental. Demand is strong. Wedding planners, birthday hosts, and corporate event organizers want photo-worthy setups. They do not want to buy giant letters for one day. The party and event rental market is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The business is acquiring high-demand event decor and renting it out. $10K is enough for a starter inventory of popular items and a professional online presence. Money comes from rental fees per item or package, delivery and setup fees, and partnerships with event planners. A set of marquee letters can rent for $200 to $500 per event. A single set can pay for itself after a few bookings and then keep generating profit for years. The items are reusable. Maxwell can systemize booking, delivery, setup, pickup, deposits, and storage, then train part-time staff to handle the physical work. The risks are changing: decor trends, damaged items, storage space, and local competition. Business 6, photo booth rental business. Maxwell is at a corporate holiday party and sees a long line for a sleek photo booth. People are laughing, using props and getting photos sent straight to their phones. A professional photo booth setup, including the stand, camera, lights, software, and backdrop, can be had for around $4,000. With $10,000, he could buy a quality setup, props, insurance, a strong website, and initial ads. He searches photo booth rental business. The search volume is huge. The photo booth market is estimated to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars and is still growing. Wedding clients, corporate event managers, schools, and party planners are already searching for entertainment and shareable content. The business is renting a professional photo booth for weddings, corporate events, and parties. Money comes from hourly packages, usually $400 to $800. Sales can include premium backdrops, prints, or 360-degree video booths. Booking just 2 events a month could bring in significant revenue. Once the gear is paid off, profit margins can be very high, often between 50% and 85%. Bookings and payments can be automated. Events usually need an attendant, but Maxwell can train part-time operators. He needs a website, Google business profile, venue partnerships, standard packages, contracts, booking, and event checklists. The risks are weekend-heavy work, equipment failure, competition, and the need for strong marketing. Business 7, security camera installation and maintenance plans. Maxwell shifts from parties to a problem businesses face every day: security. He visits a small retail shop where the owner is worried about theft. "What if I installed a modern wireless security camera system for you?" Maxwell asks. A one-time installation might be $300 to $800. Then, for another $30 to $100 a month, I could offer maintenance with remote health checks, software updates, and priority support. He searches security camera installation business. The results are strong. The home security systems market is a multi-billion-dollar industry and is projected to grow. Small business owners, homeowners, restaurants, and landlords all need surveillance. They want peace of mind without dealing with the tech. The business is installing security camera systems, then selling ongoing maintenance plans. 10K can cover ladders, drills, starter camera inventory, a vehicle setup, insurance, and any needed low-voltage training. Upfront income comes from installation fees and hardware markup. Long-term recurring revenue comes from monthly maintenance plans. If Maxwell does 4 installations a month at an average profit of $500 each, that is $2,000. If each client also signs up for a $50 per month maintenance plan, recurring revenue starts building every month. The cameras work 24/7. The sleep money comes from maintenance fees. Health checks can often be done remotely, and physical visits can be batched. He needs installation checklists, maintenance packages, CRM, recurring billing, and a troubleshooting workflow. The risks are technical skill, liability, data privacy, trust, and reliability. Maxwell is not just installing cameras. He is selling peace of mind, then charging monthly to keep that peace of mind working. Business 8, digital menu board and screen management service. Maxwell is in a local cafe watching the owner cross out a sold-out item on a printed menu with a marker. An idea clicks. "What if you had a digital screen here instead?" he asks. "I could install it, design a menu that matches your brand, and for a monthly fee, update it anytime. Price change? New special? You send me an email and it is done." He researches digital menu board for restaurants. The search results are incredibly strong. Adoption is widespread in fast food and growing across the restaurant sector. Owners are tired of reprinting menus. The business is an all-in-one digital menu board service. Maxwell handles installation, design, and ongoing updates. A starter setup, commercial screen, media player, and mount might cost around $1,500. With 10K, Maxwell could buy several starter kits, design software, and marketing materials for local restaurants. The customer is a restaurant, cafe, food truck, salon, or any business with a changing service list. Money comes from an initial setup fee, hardware markup, and the real prize: $100 to $300 monthly management plans for updates and support. One client is not the goal. The goal is 20, 30, or 50 restaurants all paying monthly. Once the screen is installed, updates can be done remotely. With templates and a simple request process, Maxwell can serve many clients with little active time. This is one of the clearest paths to while you sleep income on the list. He needs menu templates, a design process, update requests, automated billing, and an outreach script. The risks are hardware failure, price-sensitive owners, and DIY software. Maxwell is not just selling a screen. He is selling restaurant owners the ability to change prices, add specials, and grab attention without thinking about design, tech, or printing.